Baker, swim dodge, fires and scores! Skipping a step, behind the back! Pass, the extra look, and the goal! Shot on goal and good. From Ed Walsh Field on the campus of Manhasset High School. Varsity Media here for the 138th Woodstick Classic presented by Moe's Southwest Grill, pitting the Trojans of Garden City with a 7-2 record against the Indians of Manhasset, who come in at 8-1. Dylan Butler here with, of course, former Smithtown, Cornell, and current PLL standout Rob Pinnell. And Rob, doesn't get much bigger than this when you talk about high school lacrosse. You know, you could win a state championship, you could win a county championship, but the Woodstick is incredibly special to both of these communities, and it's often referred to as the Super Bowl of Long Island lacrosse.
Yes, and in the words of the late, great Richie Moran, who passed away this past Sunday, it's great to be here. This is as good as it gets when it comes to Long Island high school lacrosse matchups, and we've got a beautiful night here tonight.
You see the all-time record there, 76-61 is the lead for Manhasset. A lot of goals, more for the Indians than the Trojans. It started back in 1935, and the very first game was a win, and a shutout win. You see the number of shutouts as well in the history of this game. So it goes obviously beyond a regular season game. It's a happening. It's an all-day thing as well, which you love when you have the two communities together. You have the girls varsity won by Manhasset, the JV team split, and we're told the alumni from Manhasset beat the alumni from Garden City. So it is a big deal throughout the entire day.
It's a championship of sorts.
Yeah.
You know, this is a regular season game, but for these two teams and for the alumni and people who live in their respective towns, it's a championship, and it's very important to everyone involved because of the rich history of the game.
What's also pretty cool here today, Rob, is that it's different styles, and styles, they say, make fights, right? So visiting Garden City, we've seen them numerous times. They want to control the tempo, and for them, it's a patient offensive set. They get there, of course, led by their face-off guy, and we'll get to the face-off battle in a few moments, but it's all about winning the face-off and getting possession. Manhasset, on the other side, they want to push the tempo, and they've got a great face-off guy too. So, again, it's a contrast of styles, but leading the way for Garden City, we've seen him a ton, and you'll see him more, obviously, at your alma mater as well when he goes on to college. But Brendan Staub, we saw him in a special game against Mount Sinai, and what he did in the first half, keeping Joey Spallina scoreless, right? So Mount Sinai ended up winning that game, but that was a big battle for him. That was the number one player, number one recruit in the class of 2022. Today, he's got the number 3 recruit against Terenzi.
Yeah, it's going to be a great matchup. We're looking forward to that all game long. Staub, he's not just great one-on-one, but he's great in between the lines. He's on the wings of face-offs. He's creating transition. And then you have someone in Joey Terenzi who's an incredible talent as well.
Yeah, and he's our impact guy for obvious reasons for Manhasset. Really put a stamp on last year's game. That was the highest scoring game. That was played out at Garden City. As you see the Trojans making their way to the field. That one was 19-14. Joey Terenzi in that game had 4 goals and 2 assists, including a pretty sick behind-the-back shot in that first quarter that we've seen highlights of. There you see his numbers, pretty even distribution for the UVA commit.
Joey's been great since he put a Manhasset uniform on, and he set the bar high for himself, and he's been able to hit that bar each and every year. He's battled through some injuries. He's healthy right now, and he's having a great senior season. Virginia's getting a great one in him who can do it all. He plays fast, he can score goals, he can see the field, and he's kind of a quarterback there out there on offense.
And these are the games that guys like Joey Terenzi and Brendan Staub absolutely live for. It's also going to be a special battle at the face-off X, and we always obviously highlight the face-off battle for obvious reasons. It's how you get the possessions in a game, but This is the best on Long Island. I don't care what anybody has to say. These are two guys over 70% this year. Cascadin, of course, going to Cornell. Cal Gerard going to Duke. Two specimens at the Face-Off X. Gerard put on about 10, 15 extra pounds of muscle, I think, for this matchup alone this year.
I was going to say, he probably needs to put on a few more for this matchup. I mean, it's going to be great to see the contrasting in styles between the two guys, right? Cascadin, who's a little bigger, stronger. It's going to be more power at the X. And then Gerard, who's going to be a little quicker, trying to get in and out with that ball, create transition, pick it up himself. If it becomes a wrestling match at the Face-Off X, it's going to favor Cascadin. If it's able to be quick wins, it's going to favor Gerard. And obviously the wing plays, the unit as a whole is so important. And
that's where, again, a Staub can come in and impact the game as well. Let's take a look at our starters here today. And first, for the visitors from Garden City, it's a pretty unchanged lineup, you would say. Obviously, Fennell, Fargione, and Adaminelli up top. Archer, who's had a great season. Schmidt and Marr. Staub right there is your LSM, Malahi, Peters, Cole Weber, and Chris Allen in the cage for head coach Steve Fennell in his 16th season, a 1991 graduate of Garden City High School. Let's take a look at the starters as you see the captains out by midfield. For the Indians here today, it's Perfetto, Connor, and Riley. All three committed collegiately as well. Your first midfield of Peterson, Terenzi, and Hunter Panzik, who's going to Air Force wearing that special number 32 in honor of the late, great Johnny Driscoll.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Long stick midi, Victor Diasso, a 2-year starter. Your D, a young D. You've got a couple of sophomores there, and Jack Morrison and Jack Mulholland. Patrick Leader is, in fact, the leader of that group. And in the cage, a sophomore, Matty M. Today for head coach Keith Cromwell in his 6th season out of Hicksville, class of 1997. We invite in now the third member of our broadcast group team. It is Yao Bonsu, and Yao has a great seat here to watch this one down from midfield. And actually, we'll take a quick break for the anthem, and we'll get right back to Yao with his pregame report.
Sombrero out because the celebration is about to start, and at most we are ready to cater it. Are you looking for a reason? Let's talk about 5 reasons to fiesta. 1. Moms. 2. Teachers. 3. Nurses. 4. Us. 5. You. Let's get fresh. With most catering, you can feed any occasion and fiesta like you mean it.
The best action shots and the best angles, look no further than Varsity Media. Our experienced photographers capture your athletes' best moments right from field level. Plus, we offer great keepsakes like bobbleheads, posters, plaques, and prints. For more information about Varsity Media's photography services, contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
I'd like to have everybody's attention as well as the secondary school principal of Manhasset, Dr.
So yeah, the anthem there, and now we will indeed send it down to Yao Bonsu. Yao, what are we seeing?
how intense this environment is going to be. This is a rivalry that spans well over 8 decades. But for Garden City head coach Steve Finnell, he's taken part in this game as a player, an assistant, and now as the head man for the Trojans. I talked to him before the game. He says he definitely likes playing more than he likes coaching. He's an undefeated 5-0 as a player, but on the coaching side, it's all about keeping his players' legs on the ground. They understand how intense the environment's going to be. They understand how crazy it's going to get tonight. But if they can just stay composed, they have a great chance of coming out of this one with the win. Guys,
Thanks, Yao. And we'll send it down to the field now as we have a special announcement down at the field.
We are all gathered tonight, right now, as one big community to remember and pray for 3 of our beloved Manhasset alumni and a Garden City High School alumna. James Farrell, Michael Farrell, and Ryan Keese, along with Brianna Maglio, are all in our hearts as we remember the impact they have all had and continue to have on all of us. At this time, I am honored to be here with Coach Cromwell, along with Captains Joey Terenzi, wearing Michael's number 4, Patrick Leader, wearing number 44, that was O'Brien, and Hunter Pantic, wearing the historic number 32, one that James proudly wore in his senior year. At this time, I wish all of you to please rise and join me in a moment of silence to honor our 4 beloved friends. Thank you. Please be seated. This boys lacrosse season, hold up a minute, I'm sorry. This boys lacrosse season is dedicated in the most deserving fashion. Thanks to our club, we have purposely and honorably dedicated the student section of our pleasures to our 3 friends, which appropriately and proudly display legends live forever. James, Michael, and Ryan, our 3 legends, your legacy and friendship truly lives forever. Have a great night.
And Rob, we heard the words there, and obviously the Woodstick, it's about community, and it's remembering those who we've lost, and obviously 3 members of former players, of course, of Manhasset High School died last year in that horrific car crash. And again, this is about community, right? And it's about remembering, and that's a great job here by Manhasset and Garden City, obviously, for doing that in the pregame.
Yeah, 3 men who had a great impact on the Manhasset community, the Manhasset lacrosse program, and many of the players on this team. So they're going to honor them this season, and particularly this game is so important to Manhasset as it was to those 3 men when they were here playing and representing Manhasset.
We see a lot of those jerseys around here, and with the initials of each of the players who died, of course, James Farrell, Michael Farrell, and Ryan Keese as well. And thought that was also really well done to bring in the memory of Brianna Maglio as well, who died in that fire a year ago at Garden City. There you see the shirt. It was something that Coach Finnell said really affected his program. She was someone who was in school. And again, it's much like Manhasset. It's one of the things that makes this, I think, so special is that both of these communities are tight-knit. So when you lose someone in the community, that was the case again, where Garden City remembered her as well. So the teams are lined up at midfield, and it's funny, Rob, we heard Yao talk about how different it is for Finnell to have played as and coached. This is not an easy week for a coach. I was trying to get Keith Cromwell, the Manhasset coach, and I was joking leading in. I said, I think it's easier to get an audience with the Pope this week, right? He goes, well, the Pope isn't coaching in the Woodstick, right? So it takes on a life of its own.
I was at the Cornell-Princeton game earlier today, and one of the parents came up after me and said, it's easier being on the field playing than it is being in the stands. And I said, my mom always said that to me when she was watching me when I was at Cornell. She said, you have no idea how difficult it is. And she was right. Here
we go. You see the Wings right away getting involved. Opening faceoff goes to Garden City with Staub getting it. And that's where we said, right, the Wings will be heavily involved, especially if they're going to have stalemates like that, Rob. So Garden City, first opportunity. It's Ryan Marr handing off. We'll see how aggressive Manhasset is defensively as the crowd still filing in here at Ed Walsh Field. There's Stevie Fennell. And it's Schmidt dodging. Schmidt fires wide of the cage.
Garden City known to be very patient on offense. They like to move the ball around, get the ball to the right areas. When they're winning faceoffs with Cascadin, they can be patient. It's going to be interesting to see Manhasset, who likes to play fast, if they're not winning faceoffs, do they have to change their style of play throughout the course of this game?
Fennell with that lefty look wide of the cage. Here's Schmidt now. The slide comes to him. Still gets off a shot. I think Im got a piece. That's a great start, Rob, for a sophomore and a better clear. Here come the Indians. Terenzi wants it in his stick. They go tic-tac-toe, and the goal. Dawson Riley gives the Indians a 1-0 lead.
Manhasset just comes out offensively fast here. They want to run, and this is it. They are pushing the tempo. They had numerous options here. Terenzi was wide open, cutting down the middle. But here you have a great tic-tac-toe on the fast break with Dawson Riley finishing inside. Manhasset out to the 1-0 lead.
Riley, of all the players on Manhasset, Cromwell said, has made the biggest leap. He's going to Bryant. Wasn't really involved a year ago, having been injured, but what a senior season he's having. His 25th goal gives Manhasset the early 1-0 lead. Gerard, this time a clean win.
Quick win by Gerard there. I think that's what he's going to want to do all game long if he is getting those wins. He wants to get in and out, pop it to himself, get it to the attack in Perfetto here, and let the offense get on the field.
Yeah, Perfetto, a captain, a point guard in the state championship basketball team as well. A couple of guys from that team. Liam Connor as well, his fellow attackman. And Panzik will dodge from up top. He's going to Air Force. Back out to Peterson. Panzik gets it back, tries to get topside, switches to his left. Overhead shot, a nice save early on by Allen. So both goalies, Rob, early tested, both coming up with big saves.
Always important to get that early save, get some confidence going. Obviously the first shot that Manhasset got on was not one that you want to see as a Garden City goalie, but he saw one there that he liked and able to make the save and settle in.
Connor hands off, and there's Panzik wearing Johnny Driscoll's number 32. Terenzi, interested here to see kind of the spots that Terenzi pops up in, right? I think we'll see him kind of all over the place. That's a bouncer that got knocked down in front. Allen got it, but then we're going to call a interference in the crease, and it will be Garden City ball. And we'll see Manhasset, I think, be pretty aggressive as well with their ride.
In a game like this, stealing extra possessions in the ride are things that can go a long way, right? They're momentum changers, and the harder effort that you can put into the ride and steal one or two, that'll go a long way in the course of a game in such a great rivalry like this.
That was Lapina going to BU, and Fennell bumping. And it's Schmidt going to Providence with the ball. 13 goals, 5 assists, a 3-year football quarterback for the Trojans. Makes the move on Panzik, goes to X. Quick ball movement to Ottamanelli. He's been so good this year. Here's Fennell, the Syracuse commit. Up top to Archer. Archer. That shot obviously was affected from behind. But Garden City gets the backup. Back out to Schmidt, and listen, we said it would be a contrast of styles. We've seen that, right? Garden City's gone to the cage, though. They're not just holding the ball, obviously, but you saw how quickly Manhasset was able to score. Schmidt turns, fires, bouncer wide.
Garden City certainly likes to pick on matchups, as we've seen previous this season. They're going to be patient. They're going to get the balls to the right spot of the field and attack accordingly, right? Love to attack short sticks and get some of their great players on offense that match up and take advantage of it.
Leader is chasing Ottamanelli. That looks to be one of the better individual matchups. And Fennell early on here has the short stick. Fennell, the slide doesn't come, but look at a job from behind. Yard sale. James Lapina with the caused turnover. And now he comes the other way. And look out from behind. Anything you could do, I could do better, says Cole Weber. And here comes Terenzi. Open field. Terenzi, the look. The finish. Low. Saved by Allen.
Great save by Allen there. That is a huge momentum changer. You think you have a goal from Manhasset, one-on-one with the goalie, and he just sees he's going low, gets there first. Great stop. Garden City with the ball back.
A frenetic start here early on. 6:35 remaining in this first quarter. That Riley goal, the only one to this point. Time of possession has been favoring the visitors. As now Cascadden is on. Im makes the save. Here comes Manhasset with Peterson, the Harvard commit. They've got numbers. Peterson. Extra pass up top. Terenzi. Double teamed. Bounces right through it. Terenzi to the cage. Saved by Allen. Incredible start to the 138th Woodstick Classic. Big check out at midfield. Diasso chases it down. Ground ball scooped up by Staub. He loses it. And now it's Fargione who gets the clear and gets a few whacks as well. Fargione spins, looks for options.
Those ground balls are going to be so important in today's games, right? There's already been a couple at the midfield line in each zone. That team that comes up with it, that's an extra possession, either on offense or taken away from offense, and you're going the other way. And you can already tell the pace at which each team wants to play at. And Manhasset certainly trying to play fast. Garden City playing a little slower. Some great action up and down.
Another save by Im. And here comes the Indians. It's Lapina. Gets in, and he forces a timeout for the Indians. We could take a little bit of a breath now. This has been some frenetic start.
And you look at Im and Allen. That's who I'm looking at right now. Both goalies, face-off X has been split. Im making some great saves. Allen let the first one in, which is not the first shot that you want to see right on the doorstep. And that has been rock solid since and settled in there.
Yeah, and it's interesting, right? As you see Terenzi here coming down. There's a look. Here's another save by Allen. Gets down low, right? And it's interesting, too. This is another dynamic between these two teams because there's a rotation of goalies, right? Neither of these guys is a starter through 9 games, right? We've seen 3 different goalies for both teams, how rare is that, who have started games this year.
Very difficult for a goalie. It's confidence. If you're not given a job in the starting goalie and you're kind of always looking over your shoulder. But for these guys at this point in the season, in this big a game, to play the way they're playing so far, kudos to them. Let's just see if they can keep it up, because there's 2 goalies behind each of them, itching to get in this game in this great environment.
3 saves apiece. Shots currently 9-5 in favor of Garden City. Both teams coming into this game off a win, and you always kind of wonder about those games leading up, right? Because do you overlook an opponent because the wood stick is coming up? Garden City did not do that. They had a comfortable win over Mepham. That was after back-to-back losses. We were there for the Cold Spring Harbor game, and then also out at the Geico High School Lacrosse Showcase, where Garden City had the lead and lost it in the second half to Mount Sinai. And Manhasset, their first loss of the year, came 2 games ago. That was at Darien. A great game, a 2-goal loss for the Indians. They bounced back with a 14-8 win over Southside. So here we go, off the timeout. I think timeouts, Rob, are the only thing that's going to slow this game down.
I'd like to see Manhasset slow it down a little bit on offense. They're getting some great opportunities in transition, but they are so talented that I think 6-on-6 they will have some success.
Perfetto tried to get Connor at the crease. We go the other way. Schmidt again trying the one-handed catch. It is a 2-on-1, and Im again robs Adamanelli. It stays with Garden City, but Cromwell looked like his Rutgers playing days, chasing down the sideline at the official, claiming that they should have had the backup, and in front, the dunk by Adamanelli. And we are tied at 1.
Great finish here by Adamanelli. I think he wanted that one previously back. He rushed that transition goal one-on-one with the goalie, and here he catches it inside. Great feed and a great finish to that far side. Don't want to give him too many chances to his strength, to his left hand.
Give Schmidt the assist. Kind of apropos, because he is the football quarterback as well. So Adamanelli, I know you love his game, his 12th goal of the year. I think he showed out for you. I think he's got all 12 of his goals with Rob Pinnell on the call. And another face-off win. Now it's 2-1 for Garden City. Here's Archer, hands off. Cascadin stays in. Cascadin bounces it, and he bounces it wide. And that's going to be another interesting dynamic, right? How often does Cascadin stay on? We know Gerard is a pure Fogo. And here comes Garden City again. Archer up top. Gives it to McKenna. Lefty, hockey guy. Brings some slickness to the field for the Trojans. Back to Archer. Archer gets it to his left. Archer fires and scores! Jack Archer.
Just a great individual effort here by Archer, dodging back and forth. And what he does here is he gets to the middle of the field. As a shooter, that's where you want to see the cage, from the middle. You can shoot to the right side, you can shoot to the left side, and he puts a great bounce shot here. That's a couple bounce shots that Garden City's put on cage here. Might be a scout on Im to bounce that ball, right, get him going low on the bounce and put it back up over the top of him. And even though that was stick side, you can see Im came low a little bit, and that ball went right back up over his stick and over his shoulder high. Great goal, and it's 2 in a row for Garden City.
Archer's 22nd of the season. And Gerard looks like went early, so back-to-back face-offs, and now it's pushing the pace! And the finish by Adamanelli, his second of the quarter.
Little bit of a nice break here for Garden City. I think it was an errant pass trying to push the tempo off the face-off violation here. Adamanelli, right time, right place, right time, and he's just so smooth. The drop pass there, he picks it up, and that's his sweet spot right there from that lefty wing, low to high. He's going to can that 9 out of 10 times.
Garden City's like, what? We're patient. We're going to push it when we can. And a great start early on. 2 goals by Adamanelli, 1 by Archer. 3 face-off wins for Cascadon out of 4. And with 2:55 left in this first quarter, it is 3-1 for the Trojans.
Played for Coach Rakowski, who's now assistant coach at University of Delaware for Ben DeLuca, who was the head coach at the time. And he had this saying, fight fire with fire. So Manhasset's playing full speed, fast up and down. Maybe Garden City's going to try and do a little bit of the same. And sure enough, it worked there.
Yeah, Gerard gets that face-off win. And there's Terenzi. Asked before the start of the season, before any decisions were made about those that the program lost, he said, I want that number 4. He was going to get the number 32, said, I want 4 for his buddy, for Michael Farrell, who was a senior when he was a freshman. And Cromwell was like, of course, you got it, Joey. Here comes Panzik, dodging from the top. Hands off. Top side, bouncer. A lot of bouncers on both sides.
Great take there by Riley. Great pass down, pick down there. Panzik passes it to him. He comes over the top, and Riley's gotten some great looks. He's going to continue to get them, and I have a feeling some of those are going to start to go in.
Perfetto up top. And they swing it back. Panzik, overhand shot. And a timeout. So we've seen both coaches now call a timeout with 1:42 remaining in a fantastic opening quarter here at Manhasset High School.
I think Coach Fennell saw a couple great looks from Manhasset that they could have possibly scored on and wanted to call a timeout before the quarter's over here. Maybe end on a strong defensive note, settle things in, get some a game plan for this last Manhasset possession to end the quarter in hopes to not let a goal in, seeing what was going on out there. So I think it's a great timeout by Coach Fennell here.
Well, as we said, it's a series that started in 1935. That was a 9-0 win by Manhasset. You had to go a few years down the line. 1939 was Garden City's first win. They snapped a 4-game losing streak. That was a 5-2 win, and from that point on, these two have gone back and forth. And again, you see the history, and of course, the greatest lacrosse player of all time, right? Part of this community, Jim Brown. And you see Manhasset there with the edge in wood sticks. Every game they play is a wood stick, but with the different classifications these last couple of years, it makes this game even bigger because you know you're not playing again in the playoffs. It is for that terrific wood stick trophy.
They used to play a few times a year.
Yeah.
Now, once, and this game means everything for these communities, for these teams, and you certainly want to come on top the winner. So these coaches are going to do everything they can during the course of this game to make sure their team is in the right position to win.
Here's Peterson up top. Gets it back from Panzik. They play catch. Panzik thinks about it. Back to Peterson. Loses it. Look at Staub. He is a hunter. Pumps the brakes. Turns inside. Staub. Great protection. Pole goal, no, says Im. Rebound, saved by Im. Look out. Flags fly. Bodies fly. A violent collision, Rob, out at midfield after 2 terrific saves by Im.
This is lacrosse. That was a great hit. That was just not a great clear by Im, throwing this to Terenzi up top here after 2 great saves. And a great hit by Garden City. And this is unfortunate. They're going to call a penalty here, I think.
All right, we'll get the call by the official. We'll follow him.
As you see, he outlets it here. Terenzi, that's just a great hit, shoulder to shoulder. Both guys fall to the ground. Nothing wrong with it. Ball's right there.
And that's what Fennell's saying right now, right? A good lacrosse play. So we're still awaiting the confirmation. I do think it was a minute penalty, but we're still waiting. All right, let's see here. Both coaches are having their say. And a long conversation. There was an additional hit after that initial one. So let's see here. And they'll bring both coaches together. Let's hope they share this information with the rest of us as well. We do see Archer in the box for Garden City. Veteran crew here for the Woodstick, as we would expect. Oh, I'm seeing the unreleasable sign.
Veteran crew should be able to handle this a little quicker. A lot of emotions going on here on both sides, and the fans.
All right, so we've got both sides, 1 minute, unnecessary roughness. So after all that, we're ready to continue here for the final minute of the first quarter.
5-on-5 for a minute.
As if Manhasset needs extra space here.
Extra space definitely favors the offense here. Garden City's back in a man-to-man. After that timeout by Fennell a few minutes ago, they came out in the zone, which gave Manhasset some struggles. So I'd look to see Garden City go back to that zone 6-on-6 as this game moves on.
There's Panzik. Good feed, extra pass, there it is. Turning, firing, and scoring was Panzik. A great look by Connor. And excuse me, it was Riley scoring off the assist.
Just unselfish ball movement here from Manhasset. It goes from one side of the field to the other, right? When you attack down the alley, which they do here, the skip pass, okay, to Connor, and the one more to Riley, and he's been getting these looks, and this one goes in the back of the goal. Great extra pass. Great job by Riley to continue up the hashes and finish that shot on goal. And that's what Manhasset needed to answer Garden City's 3-goal run.
So Riley gets his second of the game to give an assist to Connor.
Garden City's penalty was non-releasable, so they are going to remain 5-on-5 here.
Cascadin the win. Here he comes, Cascadin! That's how you respond.
He's been looking for that. That was his third shot attempt of the game. He's been going to that high bouncer. You can tell he saw something that he liked as he went to that a few times and finally gets it past him here. Great bounce shot to that far side by Cascadin. Doing it all tonight. Winning faceoffs, taking jump shots on the run. Past the hot M. Great goal, great answer by Garden City.
That's 6'3", 225 running at you. The Cornell commit, the returning All-American, his 4th goal of the year. And Gerard comes right back. Gerard to the cage.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Exactly.
Almost, says Gerard. 16 seconds left here in the first quarter. Manhasset's got to attack quickly. I believe they are man up still.
Connor.
Both penalties were non-releasable, so it is 5-on-5.
Little skip in his step. Connor. 5. Connor inside. Just lost control of that. Got a little push from behind. 2 seconds left in the first quarter. Maybe a little dump in front to Terenzi. Fired it. Oh, nearly found Connor. And it gets right through. What an opening 12 minutes we had. Garden City leads Manhasset 4-2. It is the 138th Woodstick Classic, presented by Moe's Southwest Grill on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Sombrero out, because the celebration is about to start, and at Moe's we are ready to cater it. Are you looking for a reason? Let's talk about 5 reasons to fiesta. 1. Moms. 2. Teachers. 3. Nurses. 4. Us. 5. You. Let's get fresh. With Mo's Catering, you can feed any occasion and fiesta like you mean it.
At Mo's, we've always been inviting, but we have a bigger story to tell. A place that welcomes you to be you. Fresh, high-quality ingredients. We got that. Go ahead, do your thing. Come on, let's get weird. We don't judge. Mo's wants you to come in with your crew and their appetites. Dine in, pick up, or order on the Mo Rewards app. Either way, don't just stroll in, roll all in to Mo's Southwest Grill.
Welcome back to Manhasset High School. Dylan Butler, Rob Pennell here with you. It's the 138th Woodstick Classic. And after the first 12 minutes, the visitors from Garden City lead Manhasset 4-2.
We've got a little bit of everything so far. What more could you want? We've got a great action-packed game, up and down. We've got 6-on-6, face-off guys scoring, goalies making saves, everything.
Hits, great goals.
Schmidt and Staub supporting for the Trojans.
Pushing it forward is Gerard. We are even now at the face-off X. Ball gets thrown, missed, right into Fennell's stick, but he can't handle it. And it will be Garden City ball off of that turnover.
Turnovers like that you cannot have in a game like this. It's going to be so close. Team like Garden City that's going to want to slow the ball down on offense. Manhasset has to possess that ball every time they get it.
We are 6-on-6. There's Fennell. Goes to his left. Fennell goes far post! And Fennell, a terrific finish.
Perhaps he was a little insulted that he had a short stick on him, and he took advantage of it. Right to the cage. Call this little underneath swim dodge, right, to get underneath to his left on the left side, and brings it right back to the middle to his right and finishes to that far pipe. Great job to bring that stick back to the middle and get it to that far pipe for Fennell.
The Syracuse-bound junior, his 9th goal of the year. 4 apiece between the 2 best face-off guys on Long Island. Gerard, you wonder if he might have saw or heard the footsteps there coming his way. Gets the win, though. Here's a flag with Perfetto getting it to X. So we'll have our first man-up opportunity for either team, likely, unless there's something that,
I think it
that
was
happens
on
after.
Kaskadin. He got a little aggressive there, chasing the ball down. I think they might call him for a slash, so that...
Panzik denied, and another flag. Look at this. We might have 6-on-4 lacrosse here.
I think Manhasset was upset that there's another flag down, and they wanted to play as the ball was not picked up yet, so they could have kept possession and still played with 2 flags down. So maybe an inadvertent whistle there, but now Manhasset is going to go 2 men up.
All right, so we have an unnecessary and a slash. 2 fouls on Garden City. So we, in fact, will go 6-on-4 for a minute. What a chance here for Manhasset. Here's Terenzi. Oh, low to high. How nice was that by Panzik?
Nice throwback here by Perfetto. Hanzik uses the defender as a screen here, shoots a nice sidearm release around him and just stings that upper corner. But it really was him using that defender as a screen. Very tough for Allen to see that ball come out of his stick. And next thing you know, it's in the back of the net.
Hanzik, his 12th goal of the year, going to Air Force. He's a guy who can play on both sides of the ball. One of Manhasset's top offensive options. Sister Shay, she played in this game earlier today. She's on the Manhasset girls team. Face-off win for Garden City. Oh. Step down with the pole. That was Staub.
Staub doing it all. Down the wings. He's playing close D. He's bound to score a goal by the time this game is over.
He's got 4 already on the year. Which, again, I think just speaks to how freak an athlete he is. Fargione. He's got Jack Mulholland on him. McKenna comes to retrieve. He's got the short stick matchup. Here comes McKenna. Switches to his left, looks for options. Fennell, they'll reverse it. Swim, turning to his left. Bouncer. Wide. That was Archer with the bouncer. And here's McKenna again.
Garden City, as usual, loves to attack those short stick matchups. And I'm going to continue to watch Garden City shooters. As you can definitely tell, there is a scout on him to shoot bouncers.
And that was PJ Flood that he was matched up on. There's Fargione. He'll get the pole. Thought he'd go inside a roll. Kicks it back out top. Fennell still has the short stick matchup. Fennell, oh, nice kick save by M. Rebound, though, goes all the way back out to Archer. I know you only have so many poles, right? And listen, you've got a Division I defensive midi on him, but still, I am surprised that this guy still has a short stick on him.
It could be a defensive game plan, putting a short stick on him but sliding quickly. And getting the ball out of his
stick. But I don't think we've seen that, the slide at least. I hear what you're saying, absolutely. There's Schmidt up top. And now it's Archer back to Schmidt. Fargione. Far side up top now to Schmidt. Ryan Marr.
Garden City being very patient here. The more time they can spend on offense, the less time they spend on defense.
Oh, Schmidt, the bow and arrow celebration.
And the patience pays off.
Yeah.
Great possession by Garden City. So patient here on offense and just unbelievable ball movement as it moves around the perimeter. And great off ball by Schmidt here as he pops off the crease, catches it, quick release. Sidearm high past him.
Yeah, Schmidt, a guy, is going to Providence next year. His 14th goal of the year. He uses both of his hands, does a lot of those little things that you like out of a midfielder. And when not only the patience, but the hard work pays off as well. Stalemate. Here comes the wings. I don't know about you, but I kind of like Staub's chances here when this ball pops out. There he is.
Kaskadin to Staub.
We'll see that for a few more years.
I hope so.
Marr back out to Schmidt, and it's now Fennell. Now Garden City can kind of play at their pace here. They've got a 3-goal lead as we're approaching the midway point of the second quarter. Just missing, it was Archer.
Those turnovers are ones that let a team back into the game. Garden City playing slower with a 3-goal lead, want to possess the ball, want to take time off the clock. You do not want to give the ball back to Manhasset and let them think they can get back in the game. To that point, Manhasset was pushing out there on defense where there's a lot of time left. You don't need to create offense for Garden City by pushing out.
I don't know if guys are just tight right now, but a lot of kind of in and out of the stick. And Cromwell was trying to call a timeout. He won't get it, though. It'll be a turnover, and Garden City will get the timeout.
Manhasset just a little sloppy in the clear. They got the turnover by Garden City. Manhasset had the ball. You have to possess that ball. You have to have regard for it. You can't just pass it away in the clear, which Manhasset has done a few times now. You have to value possession.
And there was a conversation among the officials as they called timeout. Might they have gotten together here and gone the other way? Fennell certainly doesn't look happy. And I think we're going to have Manhasset ball here.
I think you're right. Veteran officiating crew came in, spoke it over. Perhaps one pointed the wrong way. Manhasset getting the ball there. Still sloppy by them in the clear. I think they're going to need to tighten that up, right? They've been riding great, but you have to tighten the clear up. You have to clear the ball, value that ball, and get the ball to your offense.
Off the timeout. Here's Terenzi. Primarily, Rob, we've seen him up here, right? At the top, kind of facilitating to this point.
He's their quarterback from up top, and Perfetto behind the goal. Manhasset really hasn't had the ball on offense, 6-on-6. They've had some transition opportunities, but this second quarter, it's been mostly Garden City.
And here comes Terenzi downhill now. Pumps the brakes as the slide comes, switches it, gets it back. He's got the shorty.
Yeah,
you know the slide's coming, though, right? Here comes Staub hunting.
The thing when you're a player like Terenzi and you're going to get that attention from a defense, when you have a short stick and you get the ball, you have to go right away. Otherwise, you're going to let the defense get set up behind you, which he did there. But Manhasset, patient, pays off. Great goal by Panzik from up top. With that, Terenzi is going to get that attention. So as he has the short stick, that whole defense shifted to his side of the field. Right, he makes the right play. He passes it. We got a great attack. Great one more there.
Yeah, the pass came from Riley to Panzik.
Riley with the short stick on the wing comes back over the top. One more to Panzik, and he steps down, hammers it, and that's an answer that Manhasset needed. Close that lead of Garden City to 2.
His second goal of the game, number 32. You knew that he'd find a way to impact the game, right? You have to when you wear that number, especially in the wood stick. Gerard gets the face-off win. And now Terenzi ducks under Staub. Terenzi! Just wide. Love the move.
You can see what he's capable of, and there he is attacking when the defense isn't set. He's able to get that separation from his defender and take that shot, and just missed wide. I would look for him to attack when the defense isn't set more so he can create for himself. But him creating attention and drawing attention from others is just as good.
Oh.
Panzik feeling it. 2 in a row.
He gets topside, his third. And he cuts the Indians' deficit to 1.
Just a great individual effort by Panzik here. He gets to the top side, and right before the slide comes, puts that shot on the goal. He had the short stick matchup. He liked it. He got to the goal, and he finished it. Great. 2 goals in a row by Manhasset. Cut it to a 1-goal game.
He wears that number for the former high school All-American, Johnny Driscoll. Also a 2-time MVP of the Nassau Championship game, the first to ever do that in 75, 76. Gerard, another face-off win. But Driscoll then went on to UVA, where he was a 3-time college All-American. Unfortunately, died in the year 2002 after a 6-year battle with brain cancer. And Panzik went a little bit early out of the box. Gerard didn't get back.
The little things.
Yeah.
Always preach on the little things, like going too early, subbing. Those turnovers add up. They go a long way. That's a momentum changer.
Malahi, look at this. To the cage, Ottamanelli. It looked almost like a broken play, but Ottamanelli, once he got it in his stick, he was going straight to the cage.
And this is automatic for Ottamanelli. He missed one earlier one-on-one. He wasn't missing this one. He's too smooth. He's too good. He catches this ball.
This is the other goal there by Panzik, but you saw there Malahi's pass looked like I think it deflected, but it went right into Ottamanelli's stick. And I think what you love too, Rob, is as soon as he got it, he was in go mode. He was going right to the cage. There was no hesitation.
He was running as he caught it to where he wanted to get to, and with his left hand, he is too smooth, too great of a release. That was in the back of the goal right when he caught it.
A push. It'll be a hold on Cascadin. Wait, hold on.
Gerard seemed to have found a rhythm here at the faceoff X. He's run a few in a row here.
It also looks like maybe he's cramping up as well, something to look out for.
That you do not want to see if you're a Manhasset fan.
8-6 his edge at the faceoff X. 7-5 is the lead for Garden City. As we approach 4 minutes left. Connor. Oh, I tried to get the ball to Peterson. And an unforced error gives Garden City the ball back.
Unforced errors, as you said, I think is the theme for Manhasset right now. Right? Hurting themselves in the clear, unforced errors, subbing, turnovers on offense. And Garden City just returns the favor with one of their own.
A flag just as it looked like Cromwell was getting the timeout. Let's see what we have here.
Looks like it's going to be an illegal body check. He hit him in the head a little bit. May have been a push from behind.
Let's see. We'll get the call as we follow the official to the table.
Fennell not happy with it.
So it'll be a 1-minute penalty against the Trojans. Third man up opportunity for Manhasset.
Get him off the field!
They are 1 for 2 to this point. .354 left in this first half. Another chance for Manhasset, who has trailed for much of this first half, to slice into their deficit. Terenzi and Panzik. Panzik, hot hand, back to Terenzi. Harassed there by Malahi. And another errant pass. But going over was Garden City. That was Fargione. And another chance. And Terenzi, you don't give him too many opportunities. Terenzi the finish. The man up goal, and it's a 1-goal deficit now for Manhasset.
Panzik and Terenzi were looking for this from the start of the man up, right? Little carry by Panzik, throw back to Terenzi. He finally found him here, and a great catch and release by Terenzi. Panzik looks the one way, right back to him, quick release, high to low to that far corner. You'll take Terenzi with that shot every time on man up.
The UVA-bound senior, his 17th goal of the year. Panzik now with 3 and 1 in this first half. And you love the way those two guys work off each other.
you could just tell, like, they're comfortable, they have great chemistry. They were looking for that, and they got it. And they're going to keep going to it.
This a hold off Manhasset, so after a couple of face-off wins in a row by Girard, Cascadon gets one.
Did Calderon lose the face-off thing?
8-7 is the lead in terms of face-offs today for Girard. We highlighted that at the very beginning as one of the more fun matchups of tonight's incredible showdown. Here's Fennell trying to get top side. Fennell with his left, gets it loose, and he goes wide of the cage. And Rob, I had other coaches telling me how much they were looking forward to that matchup. That's how impactful that is between those two guys.
Yeah, every coach loves a good matchup. Every player loves a great matchup. Makes the game exciting. It's something to watch for, especially when they're going after one another.
Here's Archer. He's got a goal. Brother Pierce last year, a standout defensive midi. Little stutter step, spin, turn, fired. Missed the mark. Backup was there. Little hitch in Fennell's step. Physicality as well. Here comes the slide. Swings it to the opposite side. That's where Schmidt is. Schmidt, slide to him as well. Errant pass. Fargione saves it. Manhasset defense coming up with some plays and a wise timeout here by Fennell.
With 1:45 left in the second quarter, Trojan 7, Indians
Garden
6.
City a little scrambled there, ball moving fast, throwing some errant passes. Great timeout by Coach Fennell. You can tell he wants to settle it in. That timeout was right in his wheelhouse with under 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. He probably wants to end this half with the 1-goal lead, maybe a 2-goal lead, and with the ball on Garden City stick.
I want to thank the Manhasset Lacrosse Parents Association for their sponsorship as well, and they would like to thank Manhasset Lacrosse community for their continued support and generosity, which makes broadcasts like this one possible.
Ed Ramirez, look at the press box.
So inside the final 2 minutes here, and it has been as advertised, Rob, and the chess match that you love, the individual matchups that you love, the intensity, the crowd. This is what the Woodstick's all about.
Yeah, the atmosphere is incredible. The energy from the crowd is transferring onto the field, and it's been a game of runs. Manhasset out to that 1-goal lead, and it was Garden City for a while. Manhasset has since come back, and it's a 1-goal game. What more could you want on a beautiful night on Long Island? Manhasset High School, two of the most storied programs in Long Island history playing against each other, and you can hear the crowd. They are ready to go. Might just want to skip halftime at this point and just get right to the third quarter.
I think you're going to say let's extend the time of the quarters. Let's play 15-minute quarters.
Special shout out and thanks to Tracy Curtin Compass for donating all the water today.
So off the timeout, let's see what Garden City has drawn up here with 1:45 left in this first half, and they've got a 1-goal lead.
I think Garden City is going to be patient. I think they're going to throw it around. I think they're going to try and take as much time off this clock as possible. I don't think they want to give Manhasset a chance to even tie this game or score another goal in this first half.
To do that, though, and you know this is part of the message, they've got to be clean, right, in their passing and catching.
Yeah, and if you're Manhasset here, you don't want to overextend and create offense, which is what can happen. If you're trying to take the ball away, if you're getting a little impatient on defense and you overextend, that can lead to an easy goal for Garden City. So if Garden City wants to just sit on the ball here, they're only up by 1, right? Let them do that. Don't let them score an easy goal here to go into the half up by 2.
That's Schmidt out at midfield, as there's a minute now left in the first half.
Refs may look to put on a stall warning here as Garden City is taking time off this clock and not really making an attempt at the goal.
He's got the sophomore Jack Morrison on him inside the final minute. Now a little more urgency maybe by Schmidt. No, we'll go the other way.
There's
And
the
now
stall.
here it is. So they've got to get it in and keep it in. I don't know if Schmidt sees that or not. Now he does, or at least he heard it. Schmidt forced it in front, tries to get his own ground ball, is laid out. The Garden City coaches wanted a foul, none given. Pass out to midfield, more bodies are flying. Timeout by Manhasset.
I think you're just a little upset if you're Garden City and that the inconsistency in the officiating, right? That was a big hit, and that hit has been called this game, right? And so I think Garden City in front of their bench, Coach Fennell and his staff is looking for that call. With that being said, great stand by Manhasset defensively, great aggressive defense, great aggression there, and they have the ball with 12 seconds left to maybe tie this game heading up into halftime.
We talked about last year's game, 19-14 win by Manhasset at Garden City. Aiden Mulholland now at Michigan, 5 goals for him. Terenzi 4-2. Matt Perfetto 2-3. Nolan Garcia with 4 goals as well. You've got to go back to 2018 for the last Garden City win, and that was what we said, right, when they were both in Class B. A 15-5 win in the Class B championship game. Trevor Yaboa-Cody and Kyle Steinbach with 3 goals apiece. Justin Coppola was the guy at the faceoff X that day for the Trojans, 15 of 23. That was the 3rd straight Nassau Class B championship for Garden City, who have 26 of them to the program's history. How about 20 Long Island championships? How about 7 state titles for Garden City, tied for 3rd in the state with Yorktown? Manhasset on the other side, 18 Nassau titles, 14 Long Island championships, 4 state titles. This is what it's about, man. This is the blue bloods of lacrosse here on the island.
When you're a lacrosse player and people ask where you're from, they go, and you say a town and it's not Garden City or Manhasset, they say, is that by Garden City or is that by Manhasset? So this is these are the 2 towns when it comes to lacrosse on Long Island.
And when they asked you, you said, no, Smithtown is not anywhere near us. And we've got pretty good lacrosse here too, thanks. Here we go, off the timeout. Double comes, oh, great defensive work. Ground ball scooped up, just thrown in front. What a pass! And a save by Allen. And that comes at the buzzer. That was nearly the most outstanding assist that you will see. And Allen had to make the save.
That's playing to the whistle right there. Great individual effort. That was Perfetto there on the pass. And Panzik caught it. I don't think he was ready for it. As Perfetto runs to the sideline, picks it up underhand, just throws it towards the crease. And Panzik maybe had more time than he thought and paid the price for it. But a great scoring opportunity for Manhasset leading into halftime. It's got the Manhasset sideline fired up. Garden City sidelines fired up. We are in store for a great second half.
And we'll have that for you when we return. What a first half in the 138th Wood Stick Classic. It is Garden City with a 7-6 lead over Manhasset. You're watching it right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Sombrero out because the celebration is about to start, and at most we are ready to cater it. Are you looking for a reason? Let's talk about 5 reasons to fiesta. 1. Moms. 2. Teachers. 3. Nurses. 4. Us. 5. You. Let's get fresh. With most catering, you can feed any occasion and fiesta like you mean it.
Stand out from the competition with a Varsity Media college recruiting video. A college recruiting video from Varsity Media can help save money on college tuition and land a spot on the team. We use your best plays with our custom editing effects set to music to ensure a college coach sees your athletic skills. Contact us today to book a college recruiting video. 516-403-2050 or email jeff@varsitymedia.net. For the best action shots and the best angles, look no further than Varsity Media. Our experienced photographers capture your athletes' best moments right from field level. Plus, we offer great keepsakes like bobbleheads, posters, plaques, and prints. For more information about Varsity Media's photography services, contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
Varsity Media covers every sport at every level from every angle. Game film, recruiting videos, highlight videos, SPORTSCAST,
Thunder, and what a look!
photography, live streaming. You name it, we offer it. Don't leave your video needs to amateurs. Trust the pros. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net. If you're an event organizer looking for a media company to cover live streaming, action photography, and game video for your event, look no further. Varsity Media travels throughout the Northeast covering weekend tournaments, showcases, and championships. Contact us today to learn about our services and packages at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
What I'm holding right now, the Lombardi Trophy of high school lacrosse, but it's much, much bigger, aka the Woodstock Classic Trophy, ingrained in gold on here from 1935 to 2019. Of course, the game didn't take place in 2020, and then in 2021, you have all the winners here, and then some history could be made tonight. Manhasset is riding a 3-game winning streak in this series, and if they can pull out a 4th straight win, that'll be the 4th time it happens since Garden City took it in 2005 to 2008. So clearly this is much bigger than the Lombardi, but a lot of history comes with it as well. Back to you, Dylan.
All right, yeah, don't drop that, buddy. Whatever you do, don't drop that trophy. It is a special one indeed. We'll take another quick break, and we'll bring in Sean Haggerty as well to tell us a little bit about what the Manhasset community has done for those who have passed. We'll be right back here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
With a Varsity Media college recruiting video. A college recruiting video from Varsity Media can help save money on college tuition and land a spot on the team. We use your best plays with our custom editing effect sets and music to ensure a college coach sees your athletic skills. Contact us today to book a college recruiting video. 516-403-2050 or email Jeff at varsitymedia.net. For the best action shots and the best angles, look no further than Varsity Media. Our experienced photographers capture your athletes' best moments right from field level. Plus, we offer great keepsakes like bobbleheads, posters, plaques, and prints. For more information about Varsity Media's photography services, contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
Varsity Media covers every sport at every level.
And we welcome you back to Manhasset High School, the 138th edition of the Woodstock Classic. Dylan Butler now here with Sean Haggerty. And Sean, we saw the words before the game and what this game means. You're wearing one of the special jerseys. Just kind of take us through the genesis of this. Obviously a horrible tragedy for Manhasset, but I think as this community often does, you pick each other up and obviously remember those who have passed.
Yeah, absolutely, Dylan. You just hit it right there. The two communities are fantastic. When things go bad or something like a tragedy happens like that, we stepped up time and time again, and just we wanted to do something nice to honor the boys during a game like this, and so we ended up going out and selling T-shirts and raising $15,000, which will be split up between the Farrell Boy Foundation, which are creating scholarships at University of Pennsylvania under James's name, and for Villanova for Michael, and the Ryan Keese Memorial Fund, which will go to his foundation, and also to Brianna's recovery fund. So really nice thing. We also brought a couple shirts for
there we
you
go.
And Rob here. Rob, want to make sure you see that. When the next time I see you at Scooter,
there you go, Rob.
That shirt. I got one also. I know you love
awesome.
the gear, so we got you one
yeah.
also.
No, I appreciate it.
We really do appreciate you guys.
The
partnership we have here.
You see it here. Yeah, and you see here too. Obviously their initials as well, with Ryan and the Farrell brothers as well. And listen, I think no better occasion, right, than the Woodstock.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned, right, on the field, these are rivals. They both want to win this so badly, but it is two communities who are close knit even among each other. and in these kind of situations, I think we see that.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's almost like two siblings here. We started lacrosse in 32, they started in 34,
right.
and I think we push each other to make each other better. But you hit it right there. It's on the field, certainly rivals, but when it comes to doing things and stepping up, both the communities have done a great job.
Well, we wish we could have seen your son here as well. I know it's a bit banged up, but
yeah, it's unfortunate, but he'll get back out there and be back next season.
Yeah, so
I appreciate that.
Sean Haggerty, we thank you so much for what you've done here and awesome stuff, man.
Great, thanks so much, Don.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll get you halftime stats and the return here of the 138th Woodstick Classic on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
The best action shots and the best angles look no further than Varsity Media. Our experienced photographers capture your athletes' best moments right from field level. Plus, we offer great keepsakes like bobbleheads, posters, plaques, and prints. For more information about Varsity Media's photography services, contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net. The best action shots and the best angles look no further than Varsity Media. Our experienced photographers capture your athletes' best moments right from field level. Plus, we offer great keepsakes like bobbleheads, posters, plaques, and prints. For more information about Varsity Media's photography services, contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net. The best action shots and the best angles look no further than Varsity Media. Our experienced photographers capture your athletes' best moments right from field level. Plus, we offer great keepsakes like bobbleheads, posters, plaques, and prints. For more information about Varsity Media's photography services, contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
Welcome back to Manhasset High School. It's the 138th Woodstick Classic, and it has been a classic to this point. Let's take a look at some of the first half stats for you and see their turnovers, 6-4 for Manhasset. You see the shots favoring Garden City, 25-17. 7 saves for M and 6 for Allen. Face-offs, pretty much what we expected. Ground balls are dead even. Rob, one of the reasons why this game is as close as it is, right? The ground ball battle, you always talk about, you want to win those 50-50s. Well, it's 11 apiece. You want to win the face-off X, it's 7-6, and that's also the score right now 8-7 for Manhasset, and 7-6 is the score after the first half.
Yeah, I think it was a first half of runs, right? So when I look at those stats, I look at Manhasset having committed multiple turnovers in a row or then having won multiple face-offs in a row. And on the contrary, Garden City doing the same, right? So it's been a game of runs in the first half, each team having their time. We're going to look for here in the second half to see maybe Manhasset slow it down a little bit on offense, possess the ball as they haven't had it much, and Garden City to also just play their normal style of the game. I think it's going to be a little slower, more plan, more strategy by the coaching staff in the second half with such a close game and to try and come out with the win.
Well, in addition to these great sportscasts we have for you on the Varsity Media Sports Network, we also offer some college recruiting videos as well. And what we offer is custom editing effects to help your player stand out. We've got choice of music, link for college coaches. Why sign up? Well, of course, you could potentially save a lot of money in college tuition. You help land a spot on the team and stand out from the competition as well. Mention this ad, get 10% off. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or email Jeff at varsitymedia.net. So here we go. Start of the third quarter.
These fans better get to their seats. They're all talking. They know that it's a 7-6 ball game here. Second half.
I think there was like only one grill,
Sit down
too,
and buckle up. Here we go.
Maybe burger sales are doing pretty good right now. Ball was just kind of back there. We've got a hold, and it will be Manhasset ball. So the 9th face-off win for Girard. A chance now for the Indians to tie.
And Carzulo checking in at midfield for the Indians.
And this is one of the other cooler things, right? Like when the game is here, you get it under the lights, which kind of adds that extra spice, I think, to a matchup like this.
As a high school lacrosse player, there is nothing like playing under the lights in an atmosphere like this, in a game like this. It's just so much better, so much different than playing a 4 o'clock game, playing a 7 o'clock game. This is great.
There's Carzulo, the UMass-bound junior. Big athlete, kind of bruising type of midfielder. Here he comes. They work it to X. Good defense by Garden City. Here's Carzulo again. He's got the short stick matchup. Pops it back out. Here comes Terenzi. Staub on him as expected. Back out to Panzik, who had 3 and 1. Terenzi has a chance now to go downhill. Little stutter step. Switches hands, fires, saved by Allen.
Great move by Terenzi. Great save by Allen. Great patience by Manhasset on offense, and a great defensive stand by Garden City.
Again, aggressive ride here for Manhasset.
You're going to see each team really put more of an emphasis on patience, on making sure they're making the right play. But Garden City, too much patience there. Manhasset with the ride creates a turnover.
Yeah, they fail to advance. So Manhasset gets it back. Matt Carzulo back to Panzik. You can hear that slash from up here. Fighting through. And we'll go the other way. And another errant pass. These teams kind of picking up where they left off here at the second quarter. Ball bounced out to midfield.
Trojans regain possession.
And the Trojans get it. Here's Archer. And it's Fennell now. Fennell, strong move.
Fennell saw the middle of the field wide open. Great take by him. You could tell by his body language that he wants that one back. But a great take. Garden City remains with the ball here.
Fargione wrapped up, loses it. And they'll call a hold, so it'll stay with Garden City.
Trojans will maintain possession.
Great takeaway check. He just stayed in there a little too long. Loose ball hold.
There's Archer.
Garden City attacking a little more aggressively here to start the second half than their usual patience on offense, getting the ball around, attacking those short sticks. It's 2 times in a row where they've attacked the middle of the field or early in the possession.
Oh, some more physicality. That was Fargione throwing the check. It is a rugby scrum on the far side of the field. And the Indians come away.
Terenzi, big time ground ball, doing everything.
All right, back to Terenzi. Avoids Fargione. Terenzi bounces off the contact. That was 4-on-4. Ottaminelli.
Terenzi with the one-man clear.
And Terenzi gets the clear, and Manhasset now with the chance. 3 is Jack Peterson. Peterson's a tough cover. Goes downhill. Turning, firing, high shot, another save by Allen.
I like the aggression by Perfetto, though. You know, he's been a little quiet. He's been sitting behind the goal, QBing the offense. I want to see him attack a little bit more in this second half.
Staub pushed from behind, so Garden City will have the ball. And how about this? Right from the restart.
It's almost as if we're seeing two different styles by both teams here in the second half. Garden City looks a little bit like Manhasset did in the first half, playing fast, going to the goal early in the possession. Manhasset's playing more 6-on-6, trying to possess that ball and be patient.
And now Cascadon on this line. Again, they'll pick and choose their spots, Rob, to have Cascadon on.
Cascadon's a winner. He's a competitor. He may have told the coaches at halftime, hey, listen, I'm a senior. I want to win this game. Keep me on the field.
Put me in, Coach. Schmidt.
Let me play.
Wide of the cage. Stays with Garden City.
I look at him on the field. I look at Terenzi, hasn't come off the field. These guys are seniors. They care about this game. They're going to leave it all out there on the field.
Im ranges out. Kick save. And Cascadon, talking about going all out, right? Dives to make sure that he's closest to the ball from that sideline. And it's now Archer. A guy who will see time, who he could see time on the attack. He's on that midfield line. Archer can't get it out of the holster. Archer. Oh, what a look. Behind the back. Ottamanelli.
Wow. Archer was persistent there, right? He was persistent, attacked that matchup. He liked what he saw. He drew the double team. And credit to him with his head up. He finds automatic Ottamanelli inside for the lefty behind the back. Makes it look too easy, too smooth. Wow, great look, great finish. Archer to Ottamanelli. Garden City strikes first in the second half.
Ottamanelli's fourth goal of the game. Archer gets the assist. And Garden City extends their lead to 2. Wings in again. Last time there was a stalemate, it went to Staub. They kick it around, and Staub gets it again. Step down shot. Him another save. This time it was Aiden Considine with the attempt.
Garden City with a great ride.
And now they've got it unsettled. Automatic? Yeah! Ottamanelli again!
And it starts in the ride. It starts with Ottamanelli in the ride. Schmidt in the ride. They create this turnover. They go the other way. He hits Ottamanelli and down the middle. He has been automatic today.
Also, Moe's Southwest Grill. I want to thank them as well. Don't forget to place your catering orders for all special events at Moe's.com. Got Ottamanelli now with his 5 goals. He'll go to Moe's. He's eating here, right? He'll eat well after as well.
Manhasset just has to settle in here, right? Couple quick, easy goals by Garden City. Couple momentum-changing goals right behind the back by Ottamanelli. A ride back by Ottamanelli. Settle in, get the ball on offense, and here they go. Right, another turnover by Manhasset in the clear. Great ride again by Garden City.
Schmidt, what a fake. Sidearm shot wide of the cage.
Now, if you're Schmidt here, right, having just scored 2 goals in a row, turn the ball over in the ride again, you get that ball, settle in on offense, 6-on-6, right? You've got a 3-goal lead. Get your offense on the field. He takes a shot. Goalie backs it up, and now Manhasset's got it. Terenzi going the other way.
Off the bar! Chase for the ball, and it stays with Manhasset. I think there was a player there. Might have been Staub there, chasing after it. Here it is again. Watch Terenzi in the open space. Oh.
What happens here is Staub's chasing out of it, and he's actually out of bounds before the ball gets out of bounds, so he's no longer the closest to it, and the next guy was, in which case it was Connor there waiting for it. Great hustle by Staub. Just got there a little too soon.
Staub crashed in, right, to the netting back there, and he went to the sideline, and they're having a conversation here because he's looking to stay on, right? But does he have to come off? And the one official's waving him off.
I think they thought he was injured, but he was actually stuck in the net, his helmet, so therefore he should be able to stay on.
There you go. So off of that, he stays on, and Manhasset puts it back in with Connor.
I don't want to say Manhasset needs a goal, but Manhasset needs a goal.
Gargiulo. Panzik. Riley splits defenders! Pannell calls it, and he gets it.
Riley, hard dodge, getting to his top side. He's had that look earlier this game. He's got one already today. He adds another one here. Great finish. This is his third of the game, I think, for Riley.
Yep.
That was the previous
that
possession.
That was off the bar by Terenzi, but huge goal by Riley. 3-1 for him. 9-7 the lead for Garden City with 4:21 left.
That should be a possession right there for Manhasset. Ball got stuck in Cascadon's stick.
Still there. You can't get it out.
Gotta love those face-off sticks in the third quarter. They're getting nice and tight.
Those things are mashed up, man. By the time you get a couple games in, all those clamps. That's why the guys who stay on, you got to switch those sticks, man. Those face-off sticks are a mess.
Manhasset here, another key possession. Just under 4 to go in the third. 2-goal lead by Garden City. They could put another one in here. Not necessary. But they've been patient so far, getting some good looks.
Good move by Connor. Panzik! How great is he from distance, man? He has a laser. His 4th of the game.
Great patience by Manhasset. Attacking matchups. Panzik with the short stick here. They throw it to him on the wing. Little pick down. He comes over the top, doesn't use it, and he puts it to that far side, far corner. Just too much heat for Allen. Great goal. 2 goals in a row. Massive run by Manhasset here.
And he doesn't need a lot of room, right, to get those hands free.
With some power.
Ooh, and a flag now on Cascadon.
I think it's going to be a hold maybe, or a push, 30 seconds. Cascadon lost the face-off, and he's aggressive. Listen, when he loses that face-off, he wants that ball back. And he got after Gerard here.
It'll be a 30-second hold. 12-8 the lead now for Gerard at the face-off X.
It doesn't seem like it's 12-8.
Yeah.
They're going at it, and they've been real. It's really been a great battle to watch all night long.
Again, both of these guys came in at better than 70%.
74, respectively.
Yep. Perfetto saves it.
Great opportunity for Manhasset here after having scored 2 in a row. Man up to tie the game. Just got to be patient. Wait for the right look.
Little wheel here. Terenzi's hands off. And there it is. Perfetto.
His first of the game comes in a timely fashion. Great patience. Terenzi throws it back to him. You could tell they were setting something up. I think Perfetto here actually comes from bottom right, climbs up, and gets to a shooting spot. Right, Terenzi right back to him, steps in, sidearm heat from deep. Perfetto, first of the game. Tie game. 9-9.
Second man up goal for Manhasset. And that's been a little bit of difference, too, where Garden City's not been able to capitalize. Cascadin responds with the face-off win.
And he's looking to go to the goal.
Here he comes. Cascadin. Errant pass. Ball's on the carpet. Scooped forward. Look out.
Great communication by Manhasset there on the ground ball. Defenseman and Peterson just communicated. Peterson ran through it. The Harvard commit cleared that ball. He's got some speed. Manhasset with some serious momentum here, closing out the third quarter.
Cargiulo. Back to Peterson. You've got Panzik with 4, Riley with 3. And Terenzi, kind of that sleeping giant there, right, with 1 and 1.
He's been quiet, but he picks and chooses his time to come out of his cage well.
Here's Connor. Gets topside. Connor. Slide comes. Hands off to Peterson. Fake the pass to X. We go back up top.
Really impressed with Manhasset's patience here in the second half. You can tell they're seniors, they're leaders. He's offsides.
Was it called?
He just ran over the.
We're counting. The one ref's counting guys.
Panzik came on, and he didn't realize the 50 was right there. He ran right over the midfield line. That's just those little things you talk about, right? You're a player, you're running on the field, see who's in front of you.
And a timeout by Garden City with 1:34 left in this third quarter.
Manhasset, just a miscommunication from the sideline, I think, there. They had the ball. They had 6 guys on. And they started subbing Panzik on, and now Garden City's got it.
Next up for Manhasset, some big ones. Here under the lights, Cold Spring Harbor comes. That's on the 4th. We'll also have that game on the Varsity Media Sports Network. And then another special game. It is Reeves Rock a week from tonight as Chaminade and Manhasset. Another special game for Jimmy Regan, of course, the former Manhasset resident who played out at Chaminade, played at Duke, and was killed defending his country, and that's always a special night as well. And another big crowd will be here at Manhasset for that one.
I wish I was doing that one with you, but I'm excited for St. Anthony Chaminade, round 2.
Yeah, we've got that one coming up on Tuesday, man. We got so many great games coming up. Listen, I think we got to fuel up. I know a good way we could do that. How about some Moe's? Because 15 locations around Long Island. Pretty much anywhere you live on the island, work on the island, you can find a Moe's.
Have you ever been to Moe's?
They've come to us.
You know what they do when you walk in the door at Moe's? I've been going to Moe's since college. When you walk in the door, all the employees, they yell, "Welcome to Moe's!"
Was it just because it's you or just
no,
anybody?
Anybody that walks in. That's what they do. Welcome to Moe's. That's their thing.
I like it. All right, off the timeout, 9-9. Momentum has swung for the Indians, but we know how fickle momentum is, right? It changes in the blink of a second, blink of an eye here in the sport of lacrosse.
Game of runs. This is what it's been all game long. Manhasset, Garden City, Manhasset, Garden City, Manhasset. Let's see if Garden City can go on one of their own now. Cascadin
still on.
This is his game. He's a senior. He's a leader. If he's going down on the field.
Cascadin in the save. Rebound! Potted home by Ottamanelli. A 6-pack for Ottamanelli.
He didn't get the goal, but he created the attention. He created the opportunity for Ottamanelli, right? You look at Cascadin, the whole defense is looking at him. He creates a great scoring opportunity for himself, right? Creates a rebound. Ottamanelli, right place, right time. That's going in the back of the goal every time, right? Look at the Manhasset defense looking at Cascadin. They're all focused on him, right? Where's Ottamanelli? He's right there. Boom. No one's in the middle there. He picks it up and hammers it home.
So one of those where the assist should go, right? Cascadin drew the attention, did all the hard work.
Certain players just have a knack of being in the right place at the right time. Ottamanelli is one of those guys. That ball always seems to find him.
Unsettled. Pole goal, no. Staub just misses. That was a clean win by Cascadin, who got it to Fennell as they pushed Fennell now down on the ground.
I think he's cramping.
And obviously you're playing this game at such a high level, right? So a little cramp, which you don't want to see, but it's better than the alternative for these guys.
You see the Garden City coaching staff giving some of these guys water down, Gatorade. Something you don't realize in high school. I didn't get my first cramp till college, and I never knew what it felt like. We were playing Syracuse in the Dome, and it was inside, used to practicing outside, and all of a sudden you get this feeling. You're like, oh, what is that? And that's what it sounds like. You have a cramp. I was like, wow.
And it's super frustrating too, because it's hard. Like, when you get it, there's really nothing you can do.
Oh, too late at that point.
Right. It's all about the hydration, the 24, 48 hours
it's
before.
Affect you the rest of the game.
We have had some great games. We had that. Well, you were watching your alma mater play, Princeton. We had that Massapequa-Farmingdale game, which Massapequa went to Farmingdale, won by a goal in Nassau Conference. We've had only 1-goal games, I feel like, these last couple of days as the season's kind of kicking into full gear here.
Those make it fun.
Yeah, 100%. All right, Cascadin gets the look from Fennell as we've got 40 seconds left in this third quarter. Garden City, a 1-goal lead. And there he is again, Cascadin. 30 seconds. Archer.
Cascadin playing a little X-attack out there.
17 seconds as Archer picked it back up. Handed it off to Schmidt. Schmidt switches to his right. Wide. Backup is there with 9 seconds. Fargione, inside roll. Good defense there, making sure Patrick Leader, he was making sure that last shot wasn't coming across. The 138th Woodstick Classic has been as advertised. Garden City, a 1-goal lead heading into the final 12 minutes of regulation. Don't go anywhere. It's all coming up for you here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Varsity Media is the tri-state area sports leader. We offer an array of services for any team, coach, player, athletic director, and parent. From game film to live streaming, we are available to cover your event anytime, any place. Looking for an enhanced experience? How about a professional broadcast with multiple camera angles, announcers, graphics, and instant replay? Need a highlight reel? We produce individual highlights for college recruiting and team highlight videos for end-of-season banquets. And when it comes to social media, nobody has you covered better than us. Hype videos, sideline highlights. We can tailor custom videos to make your team stand out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Why waste your time dealing with anyone else? When it comes to sports video, Varsity Media stands alone. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or online at varsitymedia.net.
We welcome you back to Manhasset High School. Dylan Butler, Rob Pennell here. And Rob, I got to imagine, man, like, obviously you were at Smithtown, right? You had your rivalry games, especially when it became 2 schools for Smithtown. But this is a game I'm sure that you wish somehow you had an opportunity, man, to play, and this has been fun.
Yeah, any player, those big rivalry games, they mean what they mean to those communities, those towns, the teams, the players that have grown up in the community playing for Manhasset, playing for Garden City. And in this fourth quarter, I'm looking to the seniors that are the oldest guys in these teams that have been doing it for the longest to lead their teams to victory, right? Is it going to be the Garden City seniors or is it going to be the Manhasset seniors?
Here we go again. Staub again off the wing.
Contestant Sullivan.
He's been phenomenal there. Look out, Schmidt. By the way, we are 12-11 now at the face-off X. Ivanelli. What a day he has had in the Woodstick. 6 goals, came in with 11 on the season. Schmidt to McKenna. And some patience, back to a little bit of what we're used to now with Garden City, right? 1-goal lead. But it's been mixed in as well because they've gone certainly to the cage plenty of times. Losing it, the check came from behind by LaMarca. Lost at the far side, diving, jumping, and here comes Garden City. And that's, again, sort of what we've seen early on, right? Both teams. And a flag now as well. And you see the...
Too many men on the field for Manhasset. And if I'm Coach Cromwell, after this game, I'm looking at the clear in between the 20s, the 21s, as we would say. And
Schmidt goes high! His second of the game.
A senior stepping up on a big day. Just runs by, straight speed, right down the middle. It gives his team a 2-goal lead.
And how about this?
Performance.
You also get a slash.
It would have been too many men on Manhasset, which would wipe out, but there was a slash during Schmidt's goal, which is going to lead to man down now.
Yeah, so that offside was wiped out, but the 1-minute slash counts. So not only if you're Manhasset do you give up a goal right now, you're trying to kill here 11-9 with 10:16 left in this fourth and final quarter. So Terenzi's in for a 1-minute slash. And a big face-off win by
Quick
Gerard.
timeout by Coach Cromwell there.
It's like one of those overtimes, right? Where as soon as you get it, timeout. It's been great to this point. This has been a great sportscast. You want to get your team, your club, your program, we can bring your game to life with a Varsity Media Sportscast. We've got announcers, multiple cameras, instant replays, and graphics. Great for rivalry games, senior day, just general promotion of your team. Contact us to book a sportscast, 516-403-2050, or visit varsitymedia.net. We invite you to stick around, too, after the game. We'll have the breakout goaltending group save of the game, as well as the RP3 player of the game, presented by Whitmore Insurance, and certainly some candidates are kind of emerging here in the fourth quarter.
The score stays as it is now. I think we're looking at Manelli with 6 goals.
Yeah. And if it gets changed, well,
a lot can happen.
Yeah.
in 10 minutes.
And if Manhasset comes back, well, it could be somebody else then, the guy who's maybe leading that charge.
Hanzik's been great all night long. Riley's been great. They need to be great here down the stretch.
Well, we have an opportunity. Also wanted to thank the Manhasset Lacrosse, or the Manhasset Lacrosse Parents Association, who also then want to thank the Manhasset Lacrosse community for their continued support and generosity, which makes broadcasts like this possible. All right, off the timeout. There's Terenzi, so it wasn't on him.
Manhasset's man down here. It looks like Garden City's just going to let them kill the man down. Maybe Manhasset will put a stall on for not attacking the goal, but
Yeah, my bad. That was on Peterson, that slash, not on.
And he's probably coming right out of the box onto the field.
And probably the first pass that Terenzi makes if he stays out there.
25 seconds now left in the penalty.
And you know where Terenzi is? Staub is not too far away. Again, Staub did that incredible job against Joey Spallina for a half, kept the top-ranked recruit in the country scoreless. Now Spallina in the second half, different story, had 4-1 as Mount Sinai rallied to beat Garden City.
I'm surprised, Manhasset's going to come on here 6-on-6. Garden City, though, you're man up. You have a guy like Staub. Why not try and put a little pressure, maybe create a turnover, get man up, and extend this lead to 3?
Panzik goes downhill, spins, and feeds it to the far side. Terenzi up top. Different matchup now. Terenzi tries to exploit. Goes to Connor.
Panzik, Terenzi, Perfetto, all seniors. Looking at them.
Connor steps, fires over the cage. Ball stays with Manhasset. It's Perfetto. He's got a goal on the day. This has been one of your hotter hands now in Panzik. And this is your alpha in Terenzi. Panzik splits defenders, goes back to Perfetto. Perfetto will facilitate from there, looking for cutters. He's got a few options. Also waiting, it looks like in front, in case he rounds the cage, is Malahi.
Terenzi with the short stick here, right by him.
And Garden City comes away with it.
Throws it away. Great ride by Manhasset.
Another chance for Manhasset.
If Garden City gets the ball back here, they're going to be extremely patient, try and take 2-3 minutes off the clock. So Manhasset here needs to be patient in their own right and make sure they get the right opportunity on goal.
Connor shoots it wide. Riley with the backup. Back to Perfetto. And maybe to that point, Rob, this is why we're seeing they want to make sure they get the right shot here. Because they know what they're facing on the other side when Garden City gets the ball.
At the same time, it kind of looks like guys on Manhasset are looking for someone else to make a play, where you want your guys to step up and make a play, right? Be patient, but try and create something.
That was Peterson over the cage. Terenzi up top.
He's got a short stick on him.
He also knows that Staub isn't too far behind that short stick.
Panzik's got the pole, now the shorty.
Here is Terenzi. Shot blocked in front, huge ground ball. Staub usually the guy all over it. And it goes to Cascadin. There is no getting off the field for Jack Cascadin at this point.
He was playing attack there.
Yes.
And a big ground ball. Noticed that earlier in the game that he was on there, and he is leaving it all out there today for his team.
He was on that field a year ago when Garden City lost 19-14 at home. One of the things that made that game so great, Rob, too, is it was just sort of as the COVID protocols were kind of starting to get lax and you can get more fans in, and it was the first time you had a big crowd and a big student crowd as well for both you kind of felt like we were back, right? There was a shot by Archer, and the backup was there.
There's not really an empty seat in the house here. The stands are filled. The opposite sideline is filled.
That's the way it should be at the Woodstick, no doubt. There's Schmidt. And now you see some of the fans there and standing throughout this game. Here's Cascadin. Cascadin with the ball. An absolute beast, a man-child, 6'3", 225. Will play his collegiate lacrosse at Cornell.
You can tell how bad he wants it. He has not come off the field. He's killing clock right now. He's playing confident. This game means so much to him, his classmates, Garden City.
Yeah, his community.
He wants to bring it home for them.
Terenzi trying to force the turnover from Archer.
Same thing, Terenzi on the other side, staying on the field, trying to make a play, senior.
He kind of came on the stage, Terenzi did, as a stall warning is on now in his freshman year. And listen, when you score the game winner in the county final against Garden City, yeah, your name is going to be known, and that was Terenzi as a freshman. And look at that job defensively. Peterson, just kind of like a gnat right from behind, ends up forcing the turnover.
So Garden City was getting tired there. Killing clock is exhausting. You're running around. You're not used to it. One guy tends to do a lot of the work. And that's created the opportunity for Manhasset here. He's got numbers. Garden City, great job getting back in the hole.
And you get it back out to Terenzi, 3:36 left. 11-9 is the lead for Garden City. The 138th Woodstick Classic. Cargiulo draws the double, kicks it out. Terenzi up top. Staub hunting him. Spins. Staub stands him up. Takes the ball away. Ground ball picked up, though. Firing high. Wide of the cage was Riley.
Riley's seen that a few times tonight. Great ground ball, great aggression over the top there, and just misses wide. One he probably wants back.
Perfetto plays catch behind with Connor. Kicks it back up top. It's Terenzi. Nice pass, and the goal!
Great recognition by Terenzi here. He sees he has the ball. The defense turns their heads. They're focused on him. He throws it right back to Riley. You can see, right? He gets the ball here. Just a quick pass, right? As that side comes. Great job by Riley catching it and continuing to the top side to increase his angle, and he hammers that home.
His fourth of the game for Riley. Terenzi's second assist. 11-10 is the score for Garden City. 2:49 left in the fourth quarter. Another stalemate. Staub has gone like almost every one of these ground balls. This time Gerard says no way. His 14th win from the faceoff X. 14-11 is his edge. And here's Terenzi. Connor's got it. And a flag is thrown. I think offside here.
Too many men on Garden City.
So Connor. Back out. Panzik, extra pass. Terenzi. Minute 54. Downhill, firing. Peterson. And here we go.
You know, with Manhasset, you don't want to take too much time off the clock there. Right? You're down by one. They've got 7 guys. Take the man up. hammer one in the back of the goal, tie this game up.
30 seconds of a man-up opportunity here for Manhasset. They've scored twice with the extra man. If they do it for a third time, we are tied at 11.
Extra man here, I'm going to be looking for what we've seen previous this game. That was a carry by Panzik, back to Terenzi, carry by Terenzi, back to Perfetto, right? Someone coming into this righty shooting spot for a shot on the right side.
Garden City fans chanting defense to our right.
Watch for Terenzi to climb high here to a shooting spot.
Here he comes. We're even. Peterson. We are tied! Riley again!
Riley with his 5th of the game, and this was just smooth. Great patience by Manhasset on the man up. They didn't force any shots here. Did not force anything. It's even strength right now. They move it down, and he just catches and smooth to the top corner and ties it up. Gets the Manhasset crowd going. The minute 12 left, 11-11. They should have just started here.
Yeah, that's it. Riley had an injury early on, ended up lingering for him. Really didn't have much of a junior year. Well, he's made up for it in a big way as a senior. 29 goals on the year now. Ground ball. Stop.
1 minute left in the game.
A minute left, tie game.
Fennell has a timeout here if he wants to use it. He's got his ace in Cascadin with the ball.
Working on Peterson. Oh, too many. Look at Cromwell. He wants the count.
Timeout, Garden City.
Oh, they get away with one, I think. I think there were too many guys again. And a little chatter with the coaches as well. Timeout, Garden City.
I
42 seconds.
I would like to see a screenshot of that offensive possession. Were there too many guys on the field?
I mean, Cromwell's not going to sprint, I think, 30 yards onto the field if it wasn't.
I mean, that is a big miss by the officials if it was.
And certainly a wise timeout, right, by Fennell. You mentioned he had it in his pocket.
Whether he knew or not, we don't know, but the timeout paid off.
We mentioned Manhasset's upcoming games for Garden City. They go to Cary on May 3rd. They're home for MacArthur on the 6th, and they're at Jericho on the 11th. Garden City looking for their first win, or hoping to here with the possession, since 2018, the Nassau Conference B championship game. Manhasset's won the last couple, which is also how this whole thing started back in 1935, a 4-game winning streak by the Indians. That trophy that we saw Yao Bonsu hold up, it is up for grabs. And that guy wants to put his imprint on the Woodstick Classic.
And guess who's got the ball?
Garden City ball with 42 seconds left in the game.
He's got Lapina on him as well. Now tie game off the timeout. Rob, you got to figure, right? This is last shot territory.
Garden City certainly is not going to let Manhasset get it. Cascadin, if you're Manhasset, let him be. You don't need to create offense for them right here. If you pressure out and he runs by, you give him a scoring opportunity.
Cascadin off the bar! Woo!
Garden City maintains possession.
Fargione 10 seconds remaining in regulation time. Schmidt, step down, bouncer just wide.
Shot by Schmidt.
Firing it towards the cage. Im will grab it. And guess what? Overtime in the 138th Woodstick Classic. Incredible stuff from Garden City and Manhasset. We are tied at 11. Strap in, ladies and gentlemen. We're in for a hell of a ride here in overtime. Take a quick break and we'll bring it to you right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Parents and athletes, why leave your college career in the hands of amateurs? Varsity Media produces professional college recruiting videos that you can use to help land a spot on the team. Our highlight reels have proven to save thousands of dollars in college tuition. You've worked hard and put the effort into your high school athletic career. Don't take any chances when it comes to your future. Varsity Media has been producing college recruiting videos since 2010. We understand what college coaches are looking for, and our attention to detail on your highlights will separate your resume from others. Stand out from the crowd. We'll help showcase your talents. Contact Varsity Media today and order a college recruiting video.
And welcome back to Manhasset. The 138th Woodstick Classic is coming down to overtime. What a game we've had. 42-32 have been shots for Garden City. 14-12. Girard with the lead. 5 failed clearances by Manhasset. Could potentially loom large. And listen, it all comes down again. The face-off X, and generally we see, right, the team that wins it calls a timeout quick, sets something up here offensively.
I'm looking at the face-off X here. Cascadin has just taken it into his own hands all game long. Hits the pipe there at the end. But this is why you play the game. If you're any player on the field right now, any player on the sideline, the coaching staff, this is it. Overtime, Woodstick Classic, Garden City, Manhasset. What more can you ask for?
Look at the head coaches right there.
I don't have a dog in the fight, and my heart's beating fast for these guys.
You love it. At the start of overtime, Cromwell and Fennell, a little quick handshake out at midfield. And here we go. 14-12 has been the edge for Girard at the face-off X. Cascadin the win. And here he comes downhill. Jack Cascadin fires it wide. 14-13. Fargione with the backup. Next goal wins.
Cascadin back on the field.
You love that, man. It's so awesome. You know,
he's a senior,
yeah.
Right? He hasn't done this all year. He's a senior. He wants this game more than anything. If he's going to lose, he's going to be on the field.
Archer wide of the cage. The backup was there. And yeah, look, there's no managing. Ooh, a flag as well. Fennell went down late. Let's see this call. A massive one. It's going to be a 1-minute penalty against Manhasset. And Fennell needs help coming off the field. See it again. Now's the end there as Fennell went down. So man-up opportunity here in overtime.
Schmidt came across the middle and took that shot. I think he got hit afterwards, which was the penalty on
Liam Connor is serving it. And here we go, Cascadin. This is a minute man up for Garden City. Ottamanelli. McKenna. It's Ottamanelli to Cascadin. Ottamanelli, that was a sweet spot there.
I'm looking for Ottamanelli here. Garden City's got the ball, they're moving it. Ottamanelli's been hot all game. Get him to a sweet spot, that left hand, and have him take a shot.
He creeps closer to the cage now. They'll get him now. Ottamanelli.
Cascadin look back to him. Quarterbacking the man up here from X.
How about a fake to the one side and go this way, firing wide. Backup was there. 23 seconds left on the man up, and Garden City will call the timeout. What a game we've had here between two longtime rivals. About 6 miles separate the two, and as we said at the top, Manhasset leads this all-time series 76-61. And Garden City looking for their first win since 2018.
It's been an amazing game. Players on the field, leaving it all out there. Coaches are involved as ever, invested in as ever in their teams, in their programs, in their players, in their communities. Some side, we're not sure which one, but one of these towns is not going to go home happy. But that's why you play the game.
100%. And I think, again, right, like, to have this being a one game only and knowing you're not going to play in the postseason puts that much more of an added emphasis on this one.
You have a bad taste in your mouth until next year, or you're the Woodstick champion until the next year. It's one or the other.
And then, too, what does it mean for the seniors who lose, right? That's something you're going to carry with you. All right, off to timeout. Schmidt, there's Ottamanelli. Watch 4. Here he is. Hands off.
Look for Terenzi coming to make it 6-on-6 here for Manhasset if it gets to that.
And Fennell is at that high crease. There he is. Fennell! Ball game! Garden City wins the 138th Woodstick Classic. Fennell with the walk-off.
Coach Fennell called timeout. I think he drew up the perfect play. When you look at it here, they were going for Fennell on the crease the entire time. I mean, they moved it patiently. He got to his spot where he wanted. Great spot feed. He catches it, and he fires high. Tough to stop from right there.
What a game, what a win for Garden City. Their first Woodstick victory since 2018. And Stevie Fennell, he's a junior. He'll have another chance next year, but he gets the goal, and he wins it for his team, heck, for his dad, and for his community as well.
And you said it, first win since 2018, so these seniors had not won a Woodstick Classic. And for them, this is everything.
Incredible stuff for Garden City. We'll take a quick break, and we'll get you the post-game ceremonies. We'll see the Woodstick switch hands. It's been with Manhasset for a couple years. It'll go to Garden City. And then we'll also have the breakout goaltending group save of the game, as well as the RP3 player of the game.
Stand out from the competition with a Varsity Media college recruiting video. A college recruiting video from Varsity Media can help save money on college tuition and land a spot on the team. We use your best plays with our custom editing effect set to music to ensure a college coach sees your athletic skills. Contact us today to book a college recruiting video. 516-403-2050 or email Jeff at varsitymedia.net. For the best action shots and the best angles, look no further than Varsity Media. Our experienced photographers capture your athletes' best moments right from field level. Plus, we offer great keepsakes like bobbleheads, posters, plaques, and prints. For more information about Varsity Media's photography services, contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net.
Varsity Media covers every sport at every level from every angle. Game film, recruiting videos, highlight videos, sportscasts,
Thunder, and what a look!
photography, live streaming. You name it, we offer it. Don't leave your video needs to amateurs. Trust the pros. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net. If you're an event organizer looking for a media company to cover live streaming, action photography, and game video for your event, look no further. Varsity Media travels throughout the Northeast covering weekend tournaments, showcases, and championships. Contact us today to learn about our services and packages at 5.
And we're back here at Manhasset, and this is a moment these guys have waited for a long time for. As you mentioned, right, a lot of these guys, really all these guys, haven't won it. You have to go back to 2018, and you see the seniors there, and you see the trophy. It is such a precious trophy to have. It's been in this community for a couple years now. It's going back to Garden City now. And there's the award presentation. The seniors, here we go. How sweet is that? And Rob, for these guys to do that, dancing on the field of their biggest rival, lifting the wood stick. Listen, roles were reversed a year ago, so that makes this no doubt even sweeter. And they'll take this picture that they'll no doubt share everywhere in social media, and they'll keep as well.
Both sides are never going to go home happy. You know, Garden City played great all game long. Manhasset played great, but I think Manhasset beat themselves a little bit in the clear. You know, Garden City, to their credit, gave up some leads but stayed in it. Their seniors led the way. Cascadin, Staub, great all game long, and they earned this. They hadn't felt this. They've seen Manhasset do this for years, and now it's their turn.
And you had that 1 year, which was awful, right? You don't have the game. It's the first time in all of the year, you know, starting back in 1935, where you didn't have a wood stick because of the COVID global pandemic. But it's back, and it's back at Garden City. We'll take a quick break. We'll have the breakout goaltending group save of the game, as well as the RP3 player of the game when we return right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Parents and athletes, why leave your college career in the hands of amateurs? Varsity Media produces professional college recruiting videos that you can use to help land a spot on the team. Our highlight reels have proven to save thousands of dollars in college tuition. You've worked hard and put the effort into your high school athletic career. Don't take any chances when it comes to your future. Varsity Media has been producing college recruiting videos since 2010. We understand what college coaches are looking for, and our attention to detail on your highlights will separate your resume from others. Stand out from the crowd. We'll help showcase your talents. Contact Varsity Media today and order a college recruiting video.
And we are back at Manhasset High School. Time for the RP3 Player of the Game presented by Whitmore Insurance. We send it down to the field where Yao Bonsu has Jay Adamanelli.
Thank you guys so much. Jay, a double hat trick. You have the crowd screaming for you here. What was working for you tonight?
We just had a lot of preparation this week, mentally and physically. Like everyone on the film, like after practice and in practice, we were working 100%, 110%, 100% of the time. So, the preparation was key, and we just got it done out here.
And you knew the stakes of this game. You knew how intense the environment was going to be. How did your team get prepared mentally for tonight?
Mentally, Coach Manelli said the tune out. Just like got to worry about like the 46 brothers we have here. And that's all we got to worry about. And we just got to play our game and then come out on top.
So you guys haven't won the Woodstick Classic since 2018. So tell me, how does it feel right off the bat?
Feels awesome, man. It feels awesome.
Postseason right around the corner. You guys pretty much played in a playoff environment. What does tonight tell you about you and your team?
I'm feeling pretty confident as long as we stay the track and just keep preparing the way we do. And we can, June 11th, I think, is the state final, and I think we can get there if we work hard.
Double hat trick for you, Jay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
So Jay Adamanelli, that dude knows the day of the state final, man. He's got it locked.
He's a senior. He's got goals on his mind, and he's ready to go. So, great performance by him in his first Woodstick win. He's been waiting for that. And, best of luck to him in Garden City as they continue the season.
All right, so we'll take another quick break, and we'll bring you the breakout goaltending group save of the game here from the 138th Woodstick Classic presented by Moe's Southwest Grill.
Varsity Media is the tri-state area sports leader. We offer an array of services for any team, coach, player, athletic director, and parent. From game film to live streaming, we are available to cover your event anytime, any place. Looking for an enhanced experience? How about a professional broadcast with multiple camera angles, announcers, graphics, and instant replay? Need a highlight reel? We produce individual highlights for college recruiting and team highlight videos for end-of-season banquets. And when it comes to social media, nobody has you covered better than us. Hype videos, sideline highlights. We can tailor custom videos to make your team stand out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Why waste your time dealing with anyone else? When it comes to sports video, Varsity Media stands alone. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or online at varsitymedia.net. Varsity Media is the tri-state area sports leader. We offer an array of services for any team, coach, player, athletic director, and parent. From game film to live streaming, we are available to cover your event anytime, any place.
And welcome back to Manhasset High School. Dylan Butler, Rob Pennell here with you. So we presented Jay Adamanelli. He was our RP3 Player of the Game, presented by Whitmore Insurance. And now it's time for the breakout goaltending group save of the game. And we go back to the first quarter as Joey Terenzi was denied early by Chris Allen. You see Allen getting high. That was a really good save by, the senior.
Senior stepped up for Garden City all game long, down the stretch, and those are, in these types of games, the seniors are gonna take you through the finish line. They're gonna win you those games. You see it at every level, and particularly in the most important games of the season. That's what you're gonna look to.
And you see there too, Terenzi found some room to maneuver, fights his way through, but Allen got big. Senior, he's had his opportunity here last couple games, and he's come up big for Garden City. And these guys are pumped. Garden City improves to 8-2, and Manhasset falls to 8-2. Final thoughts, Rob, of the 138th Woodstick Classic?
I think it was everything we hoped for. A one-goal overtime game. You look at these two teams who care so much about this, and it's not just the teams, it's the communities, it's the families, and the teams, both teams left it all out there. Garden City was a little sharper from the opening whistle, less turnovers, made less mistakes, all over the field, and that led them and their seniors to a great win today. And those seniors I looked to all game long, and they delivered for their team and for their town.
They absolutely did, and this has been fun, man. Look forward to now Tuesday, right? You and I out at Cy Donnelly Field, St. Anthony Chaminade.
St. Anthony Chaminade. Can't wait for that one. Round 2 of 3.
Let's go. So that'll do it here from Manhasset High School, the site of the 138th edition of the Woodstick Classic. For Ron Pierre and Angelo Caezo, guys who have done double duty. They were out at Farmingdale, man, at noon, even before that, getting you all those moving images. Great job by those guys as well. Of course, Yao Bonsu getting you the interviews down on the field. Nick Costi doing all the producing and directing here as well. And, of course, for the great Rob Pennell, Dylan Butler, thanking you for joining us here from Manhasset High School. We look forward to seeing you next time on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.